Welcome to the 28th episode of the Creative Masterminds podcast.
Yeah.
You have Cas Thrive
What's
in the
happening?
house.
Yeah.
Also, you have me, yours truly, Shawn Breeze. We are here live in effect. You already know how we do. We start with a week in review, talking about our past week, what we did, what we got done, all the lessons learned, and then we transition. Into the topic, which is going to be focused on trusting yourself, believing in yourself, and embracing your differences, and how that can lead to you being a very successful creator. So, like I always do, I start out with Cas Thrive, and he can start with the weekend review. What went down with you?
He tossed it. I caught it. I caught the
toss,
the pitch. Now I'm running with it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Was out of town. We went on a early spring break trip with the kiddos. Me and wifey. We went
Cali?
we went to LA, and that was dope. Got out there and got to get by the ocean, and it was a nice trip and great environment, and did my Thrive Thursday out there, by the beach. That. Yeah, so it was real dope. And it was just good to get away, to recollect the thoughts. And now we're back, and it's time to step that hustle up more. Absolutely. And grind even harder. That's pretty much it.
Excuse me, I have to just interject for right quick. But, it is very essential that you have your vacation time, your time to recharge, regroup with your family, your friends, with your loved ones in general. Yeah. To help, push you forward whenever you're about to make another great leap and great stride in your journey.
Power moves. That's what we making around here.
Absolutely. So, I can fully expect, that Cas is going to do something really big within the next couple of months for sure, because he got that recharge that he was. I appreciate you needed that recharge at the moment.
Yes, sir.
And you got that recharge, so that's pretty solid.
Hey, and we almost completed. Are we done with that track?
We're done, man. We're done. I was going back and forth with trying to redo my verse, but you know what? F it. The verse is how it is right now at this very moment. And that's what we're going to rock with. So I think only thing I just need your assistance with mixing my vocals. And then once we're done with that, we're good to go. So, yeah.
For sure. We're going to be putting that out,
Absolutely. We're done. We're done with definitely. that, for sure. And we started another track. I know I got my vocals down. You said you got your verse ready, and you about to lay down your verse, and so that's gonna be super duper fire. That's gonna be
we work around here.
That's gonna be super. It's gonna be fuego, man. Because I'm not sure where Cas had this beat. He had this this beat is a gremlin. He had the beat locked up in the dungeon somewhere. It had a leash on that shit. I don't know.
Put water on it at
night. He gave me the beat. I heard the beat. I was in the bathroom like. Okay, my wifey heard me rapping in the bathroom. I just spitting bars, so I had to. The thing is with that track, man, I had so many different takes where I just went raw energy, but I had to tone it down for the content that we wanted to create for the mixtape.
He was hyped.
Yeah, I was really hyped, man. I was really energetic, so it brought the it brought my roots back. You know what I'm saying? Oak Cliff. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. That's fire beat. Absolutely, man. Fire beat, man. So we got that in the tuck. And so we've been working, man. We've been working. My bad for cutting you off, but yeah.
Oh no. That was the last thing. Is we put that track together. We pacing it, getting all of that, copy and pasting, getting everything right, and we're gonna put that out for y'all to check it out. So for sure, man. How'd it go for you?
For me, it's been a very cool week. I did a photo shoot yesterday. That was pretty cool. I'm getting back into photography slowly but surely. And I am loving it again. So
he's a dope photography. I need to holler at him, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. And I need to feature my work more so on my page. I've been putting other people's content on my page. So I'm going to feature my photography and everything I do really in general on my page.
Got you.
And so I've been doing that. I've been working on rapping and trying to get my flow to a very pristine point. I think it's at a very pristine point, and I'm very accepting of my flow. We will talk about that a little bit later in the podcast, what that means. And so, also one big thing for sure, I went to my first piano class. Dope. And this guy, I think his name is John Robinson or something like that. Yeah. But he worked with Babyface and many different legendary producers, and he has produced some pretty dope tracks. He has a very good amount of accolades, and he's a very good teacher. So he's teaching me how to do piano, and more than likely I will continue to learn from him, and then also go into the production side of what he teaches, or he teaches the production side. And so I'm willing to learn a lot from that aspect, because he's from the 90s era to a certain degree, and so he will be able to give me I think, good wisdom and game and knowledge that will help me be a good and successful producer.
That's
In the future.
official, man. That's
So,
what's up. Yeah.
mainly mainly that's it. Wifey is out of town, so I had the crib to myself to do my thing and just do
Yeah.
production and just be a creative like dude. So that was pretty cool. But let's go ahead and top into the subject, which is embracing your differences and also just trusting yourself, believing in yourself without any type of doubt at all. That's the main thing. You gotta have no doubt when you believe in yourself. You gotta have no doubt when you trust in yourself and trust in yourself enough to the point where you don't really care about being wrong, and you're, as long as you are willing to learn from those mistakes. That's the most key important thing for sure. Like, but really, to me, that's been a lesson that was really taught to me this week. I think by God for sure. Because the thing was, what brought up this subject was the fact that I received a critique on my rap flow, for the first track that we did.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I let that go into my head, and where I was like trying to improve on the flow or do better or whatever. But I was thinking like throughout the process of me trying to do a better version of the flow to appease other people, I was thinking like, man, what am I doing this for? Like, who am I doing this for? Who am I trying to appease? Who am I trying to like show that I'm the best rapper at this very moment? Like, who am I doing it for? Because at the moment, it wasn't for me. It was for my really ego. At that point, I was trying to like, I guess, fix my ego, because my ego was probably hurt from receiving not a critique that wasn't to my liking, you know.
Yeah.
And so I had to get to a point where I just said, you know, F it. I had to like accept myself for at this very moment, and like, all right, I like the flow that I did on the particular beat, and I'm gonna rock with the flow. The flow is different, and I had to trust in myself and trust in the fact that, you know, I did my very best at that very moment, and I had to rock with that instead of me trying to constantly go back in time to improve, because I'm just wasting time and working on stuff in the past where I could be creating new things. And actually, I would say like your beat that you sent, that fire ass beat, man. I'm gonna keep saying fire ass.
Appreciate
beat,
that, sir. Appreciate
you know,
that.
that beat that you sent me really helped me get past me trying to recreate that, or me try to redo that song that we did. Because I feel like I really came hard on that song. Yeah, pause, but it's fire. I think I did a very good job with my vocals on it, and it sounds crisp and clear, and it's on point, I think, and I believe. And so it's like, so anyway, me doing that, you know, helped me move past like me feeling in the rut for not performing to, I guess, the likings of others, I guess, in regards to the song that me and Cass created, which is called Just Two Kings, because it may sound confusing because we're talking about different songs, but yeah, you get my point. But
yeah, and I get what you're saying though, man, because it's like, you know, you have to. A lot of times we just got to reflect and think, why are we doing it? You're doing it because you enjoy creating, and it's for yourself, and we can accept people's feedback and their take on it, of course, but ultimately what makes you happy and what it does to reach your standards, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we got to look at it as creators, like painters, with photography, with whatever it may be, you know, whatever industry, whatever field, whatever your habit, whatever you love to do, you know, you got to do ultimately what makes you feel like you are at the standard, the level you want to be at, and push yourself. Let's try to do more. Let's try to get higher at it. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Not like with weed or nothing, but like,
yeah, that's funny.
But no, I'm saying like achieve higher levels and go over the stratosphere as far as we could take it. That's what we're meant to do, you know?
Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head. It is about your personal preference as a creator, whatever is good to you, whatever you like, and that should be like the final say for the most part when you are creating. Yeah. It's cool to get feedback, and maybe you can incorporate that feedback in your next creation, but, you know, just let things be as they are. You know, once you finish a creative product that you created, and you just rock with it, and yeah, you just wasting time. Because I wasted a whole lot of time just trying to, I guess, you know, do something that I think would be more appealing to people that gave me not great critique, you know, of how I rapped on it. So
Yeah, and we don't want to give others like power over us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because we can, like, if
That's true.
you know,
I gave them power.
we hear something we don't really like or whatever, then we're like, and it may make us feel like they're above us or that they, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
we gotta look at things in our perception and know who we are, know what we're capable of, and at the beginning when. Not necessarily at the beginning, but through the process of learning and getting better, is we got to enjoy the process because that's what it is. And
Absolutely.
we're at where we should be right now, and putting the stuff out the way we're putting it out as we should right now. And months from now, a week from now, it may be better. It should be better. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it will be. You know what I'm saying? We just keep improving. That's the whole point. And so I think that's
So I have a question for you. So how do you remain focused and how do you block out the chatter and just make sure that your opinion is the most important opinion and that you properly just you can't accept critiques, but how do you manage those critiques and like know which one to incorporate and which ones you don't know when to incorporate?
I guess it's just like a feeling, man. Like you definitely want to be respectful and listen to what people say and take it with a grain of salt. And that which can help you, you take within, and that which you don't feel benefits you or anything, then you throw it by the wayside and you move forward. I think that's with almost every area of our lives. We because we receive so much information, so many things,
that's
and
the
all
thing.
that. So
I about to say because everybody has an opinion. My dad did not say
several opinions.
yeah, everybody has multiple opinions on,
Yeah.
On how you should live your life and how you should do things and how you should create in X, Y, and Z. Even if they have no type of expertise background in what you're doing, they believe that they can watch ESPN and tell the coach what to do. Basically, that's how people are nowadays. And so you got to be very mindful of who you are taking advice from. Like you do have to analyze like who is giving you this advice. You can't just take advice from anybody on the street. If it's like if it was like Little Rain or honestly, I don't think at this point I don't think I would care if Lil Wayne didn't like it or not. But but like certain people probably I would like be like, okay, all right, let me shut up and listen to see what they have to offer me and help me become a better flow. I think maybe Kendrick Lamar, he probably will understand. He'll probably help me tighten up the flow a little bit, and I would accept that critique. But it's like from Joe Blow at Dick's Last Resort is something like that, then I'm not gonna really take your advice like that. I'm like, okay, I hear you, but that's
and somebody that may not even have gone through the process.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
It's
See, that's
yeah.
I'm about to say that's you see me, I'm getting hyped. I start mumbling. I'm getting hyped because that's the thing. Like I think it's easier for me to take critiques from people who have been through the process or who is aware of the process of creating. Like S1 or like just people like you, of course, I'll take your advice all day, every day. And like, because you're a very wise dude, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it. Likewise, brother.
For the friendship, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Right there on camera.
Hey, not to cut you off, but yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yesterday,
the anniversary. I almost said it like that, but but that's the year mark that we met each other
at the Ill Mind past the Ox.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday was 1 full
that.
year. Yeah, so that was real dope.
It shows that this whole year we were able to create this platform, and we've been able to push each other to help motivate each other to be at this very moment.
Yeah.
And I say it again, man, very thankful for this friendship. I know that's a sidebar, but we're gonna get back to the topic. It was genuine.
I just had to throw it in there.
Yeah. But yeah, man, you have to be very mindful of who you take your critiques from, and just be, you do want to be selective. It is very important because you don't want to let anybody just live in your head and play around up there, because it's just not. It's not good for your mental health, I would say.
Yeah, and I also, I feed my mind like the nutrients, the stuff, because your mind is the soil. I really believe
Absolutely.
that. So I feed it those positive things, those self-assuring things of who I am, to make me confident and happy with what I create and all that. Because it's not gonna be perfect, but it's perfect for that moment. It was created out of nothing, using different things, and it was created. So that's a miracle in itself. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta take it with a grain of salt, accept those things that help us, and those things that aren't really for us, not hate on it, not be mad about it, whatever, just let it fall to the wayside. That's not for me,
So another question for you. So how do you keep your ego in check in regards to taking critiques?
I got a big ego.
Yeah, for real. But that's like one of the big issues that I wrestle with for sure, because on one hand, it could be seen as egocentric that, I don't want to take anybody type of advice, and I think that is like egocentric if you're that type of person who don't want to take any type of advice.
Yeah.
But when I guess like my trouble or battle was like, all right, I was trying to be open to advice, but I didn't like the advice that was given to me. But I was like, damn, is that ego? I think partially it was ego being hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, the question is, so how do you make sure that your ego does not get in the way, and making sure that you properly receive feedback?
Yeah, when we put ourselves out there, we got to kind of switch it over to it's business, not personal. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Not in doing that, it makes sure that you don't give them the power, and it keeps you from allowing yourself to get hurt. It's not giving them that much entryway into you to bring you down, to make it where a person would never want to create again and never write a book again or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be careful about who we let in, how deep we allow their words to penetrate us, or their advice to penetrate us. You know what I'm saying?
Facts upon facts, because I will absolutely say, I'm not sure why I'm having a terrible speaking day, but I will absolutely say that that's what happened to me. I let that critique get to me to the point where I became very frustrated with the process of even like rapping in general, where I got to the point I had the thought of like, man, will I ever make it? Will I ever do it? Like, man, I will never be good enough. Like that, I got to that point mentally, and of course, I was able to shake that and be like, you tripping? Stop it. The thing is, you have to catch yourself whenever you go into those spouts or those downward spirals. And so I was able to catch myself like, no, you're the best, you can do it. And I had to ask myself my definitive question, which is like, will I become a billionaire? Yes. Will I become ultra successful? Yes. Will my family be okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Talk that talk.
And so if that's going to be the case, why am I worrying right now about how this is going at this very moment?
Man, I just got
a
thought that hit me, man. It hit me. It was...
It's the most high.
Check this out. Yeah. Listen to this.
Yeah.
So when that happens, that means that when somebody penetrates, that means it's an attack on ourselves, or not, it's attack on us.
Gotcha.
Not that they mean it that way or whatever, but if it penetrates like that, then that means it's an attack, and it's gotten in deep. Mm-hmm. So you have to attack that with the positive thoughts and all that, like triple time, double.
Absolutely.
You need to hit it. You need to go over who you are, the affirmations, who you are, where you're going, what you're going to do, and you have to attack it in that manner where it dissipates that, where it eliminates any of that penetrated, any of that negativity or whatever, however it made you feel, that emotion. You need to attack it the opposite way and knock it out. And then,
absolutely,
you're golden,
And I'm thankful that I'm aware enough that I was able to catch that. And I was able to like shake myself and be like, and the thing is, it took me, a few days to continuously tell myself, you're going to make it. You're going to do it. You're going to be the best. Don't worry about it. You got it. You got it. Don't worry. You got it. You got it. And I continuously say it now to myself, because what's crazy is, I think for most people, a lot of people have the negative thought pattern that goes on in their mind, where they tell themselves that they can't do something or they can't be something, whatever. But now I feel like I'm transitioning into where I'm having nothing but positive thought patterns in my head, not in an ego way, but more in a uplifting and building my confidence way, where I make sure that I believe in myself as much as possible, and I basically put myself in a position to be just an overall more effective, more productive creator, a better creator.
And that's our purpose, man. I really believe that God is a creator, and we are made in His image, and He gave us, in His word it says that the job or what our purpose was to manage. He gave us dominion over the earth. He gave us dominion, which means to manage. So that's what we're supposed to do, and we need to manage our minds. That's what we talk about, and all this stuff we've been talking about for these last months and all that is learning to manage our mind. Because if you can manage your mind and master that, then everything else will fall in line, because that's where the battle is, in the mind.
Wow, you got me rocking this mind. You got me rocking back and forth saying, wow, hey man, where the fan at? You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah.
They got a little tambourine. Got the old lady in the tambourine.
If I hop on the keyboard, play the organ and everything, this is absolutely. And I don't want to say anything to even like absolutely what you said is 100% true.
Yes, sir.
It's in perfect alignment with like what I'm like listening to again, which is like Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
And that book is just all about like mastering oneself, mastering your mind. You have to master your mind. You have to believe in yourself like without a shadow of doubt. And even if you like feel at times that you have like some disbelief, like you saying to yourself that you are going to do it over and over, or you reading things that are like uplifting you and just basically you continuously encourage yourself. Over time, your thought patterns will change where you will believe that you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely fire, man. Fire. Super
Most definitely,
fire.
man, because that is... The conditioning, man, has happened from, early on. And they say, like, man, the first 7 years of childhood are so important because it, like, that's where we are so able to be molded, you know what I'm saying? And we go through life and, we have failures, we have this and that, and go through all of these different things. So, once we get to that point of understanding where the mind is where the battlefield is, we need to, manage and master our mind. Yep. Then we're on our way on another level. We're taking it to the next level, because then the body will fall in line. Then reality, things will see things opening up that we never paid attention to before. Because of our perception, because of our attitude, our commitment to things and all that. We just gotta, take it there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get things done. Stop half-assing it and all that like we've done in the past, and it's time to push it and take it there.
Push it, man. And the thing is, like, it's like I feel like I'm definitely on this marathon, and I guess like you could say on this past week I had like an injury mentally, whatever. Then I like, you know what, just keep pushing, just keep trucking, and
bounce back.
Eventually we will get there. So
most definitely,
fire, super fire podcast. I think we just killed it for sure.
Yeah.
Again, episode 28, the Creative Masterminds podcast. Cas, where can they find you?
You can find me on IG at CAS_THRIVE, and also the Boxing Bell with my fitness and boxing channel with the latest updates and news and all that. Sure. And also on Facebook. And that's it,
Yeah, you can find me, ShawnBreeze.com, or in Spanish, ShawnBreeze.com. There you go.
Bang, bang.
What else? Shawn Breeze, IG. Shawn Breeze, OG Shawn Breeze on Twitter, OG Shawn Breeze on Facebook, Creative Masterminds on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud. We are all there. We're there in those areas. So yeah,
believe that.
Check us out. We really do appreciate you guys for checking out the video. Again, we really do appreciate the support for sure. Anything else, Cas?
So it's been a year. We giving y'all 28 episodes. We appreciate the love and the support and all that, and we gonna keep them coming.
Yeah, man. Just keep going, and this marathon is gonna be a long, beautiful marathon, man. Can't wait, man. We're gonna be old in mansions. Like, you want? Hey, man, we'll come over to the mansion today. You know what I'm saying? Or anyway, I'm just talking into the future. Anyway, with that said, the Creative Masterminds podcast, it's a wrap. We're done. Peace.
Holla.